All right, today we're jumping into a real classic, Ernest Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea. It's this short but, man, powerful story about an epic struggle between an old fisherman and, well, the greatest catch of his life. So let's just get right into it. Let's set sail and see what this story's all about.
This is how we meet our hero, Santiago. And that number, 84 days, just think about that for a second. That's almost 3 months of coming home with absolutely nothing every single day. It's such a simple line, but wow, it just hits you with this feeling of loneliness and just terrible luck.
So yeah, that's the big question, right? That's what totally hooks you. After 84 straight days of failure, what's going to happen on day 85? What could possibly be different?
Okay, so to really get what makes day 85 so special, you gotta understand the man himself. You have to understand Santiago. You know your luck is bad when it actually gets its own name. The other fishermen, they call him Salau. And this isn't just, oh, bad luck. No, this is like the worst possible form of unlucky you can be. He's basically become the poster child for failure in his village.
And this is what's so incredible about him. Look at this contrast. On the outside, everything just screams defeat. I mean, he's thin, gaunt, he's got all these scars, and his sail, it's literally called a flag of permanent defeat. But then you look inside. You look at his spirit, and it's the complete opposite. Cheerful, undefeated eyes, hopeful. That right there, that's Santiago.
And this quote just nails his whole mindset, doesn't it? He's not kidding himself. He knows he's old. He knows he's not as strong as he used to be. But he's like, yeah, but I've got tricks. I've got experience. And most of all, he has this incredible will. It's why he decides to go far out, way out, into the deep water, trusting that his determination will be enough.
And so, day 85 arrives. He gets in his little boat, his skiff, and he just rows. Far past where anyone else goes, out into the deep Gulf Stream. He's really on his own now.
And then it happens. Around noon, his line is 100 fathoms down. We're talking 600 feet deep in that dark water, and something grabs the bait. It's not a little nibble either. It's this heavy, steady pull. The long wait is finally over.
Santiago feels it immediately. The weight, the sheer power. He knows this is it. This is the big one. But here's the crazy part. The fish doesn't fight him. It just starts swimming, and it starts pulling him and his entire boat further and further out to sea. And just like that, the great battle is on.
Okay, so this is where the real test begins. This isn't going to be a quick fight. Nope. This is going to be a long, grueling battle, a war, really, that's going to last for days.
I mean, just look at this timeline. For the first 2 days, Santiago is basically just a passenger. He's being dragged through the ocean by something he can't even see. All he can do is hang on and endure this constant, painful strain. He doesn't even see the fish until day 2. And it turns out to be a marlin that's bigger than his boat. The actual fight where he tries to gain control, that doesn't really kick off until the 3rd day. Incredible.
And you can imagine the physical punishment he's going through. The fishing line is literally cutting into his back and his hands. His left hand cramps up so badly it's like a useless claw. To keep his strength up, he's eating raw tuna. He can barely even sleep. And all through this, he keeps thinking, I wish I had the boy. He's wishing for his young friend, Manolin, to be there with him.
But here's what's so amazing about Santiago. He doesn't hate this fish, not at all. In fact, it's the opposite. He starts to respect it, to see it as a brother, a worthy opponent. It's this beautiful, noble creature. So when he says he's going to kill it, it's not coming from a place of anger. It's coming from this deep sense of respect and purpose. So after 3 long days, the marlin starts to get tired. It begins circling the boat. This is his chance. With every last bit of strength he has, strength he probably didn't even know he had, he pulls that massive fish in close and drives the harpoon right into its heart. He did it. The battle is won. But winning the battle, that's not the end of the war. Not even close. Now he has to get this giant prize, a fish literally bigger than his boat, all the way back home. And a whole new fight, an even tougher one, is about to start. He gets maybe an hour. 1 hour to feel that victory before the blood in the water brings the first shark. A huge mako. Santiago manages to kill it, but he loses his harpoon doing it. And he knows, this is just the beginning.
And as he's facing this completely impossible situation, he thinks what is maybe the most famous line from the whole book: a man can be destroyed but not defeated. He might lose everything, the fish, his boat, maybe even his life, but you cannot beat his spirit. You can't defeat his will to fight. That's the core of this whole story.
Next up, 2 more sharks show up. Shovel-nosed sharks. He's got to fight them off.
So he ties his knife to an oar, and somehow he kills them. But his knife blade breaks. Now he's basically got nothing left to fight with.
And then, as if it couldn't get any worse, a whole pack of them shows up in the dark. He fights them with a club. He fights them with the tiller of his boat. He fights with whatever he can grab. It's hopeless, but he just keeps fighting. By the time he gets back to the harbor, there's nothing left but a skeleton. Just the head, the tail, and this huge white spine strapped to the side of his boat.
So, what was it all for? Right? I mean, he comes back with literally nothing to show for it. Or does he?
Yeah, this really breaks it down perfectly. Look at what he lost. The fish, obviously. His weapons. His body is just shattered. A total loss, right? But then, look at what he gained. The boy, Manolin, is more loyal to him than ever. The other fishermen, they're not laughing anymore. They're in awe of him. And maybe the biggest thing, he proved something to himself. He faced this impossible opponent and he won. And this is how the story ends. It's just beautiful. He gets back to his shack, totally exhausted, and he falls asleep. And what does he dream about? Not the sharks, not the struggle. He dreams about lions. Lions on a beach in Africa, from when he was a young man. It's this perfect symbol of peace and of a powerful wild spirit that even after all this is still completely untamed.
And so the book kind of leaves us with this one big question. What does it actually mean to win? Santiago lost the prize for sure, but he never ever lost his dignity. Remember that line? A man can be destroyed but not defeated. It really makes you think, doesn't it? It makes you wonder what a real victory is and if maybe the biggest wins are the ones nobody else can even see.